more specifically,
So, mahalan dyan na klase na tablet.
and it cannot just be simply, being accompanied by the vice president in a political advertisement. It really means that the vice president uses her influence will try
Or sa likod ko na. Balihat. Sa likod ko mga bro.
political operators in the area that are working for them to make sure that IB would be one of those that would be voted by their supporters. We see, for example, the vice president endorsing several candidates and the former president, Rodrigo Duterte, endorsing a different set of candidates that doesn't include, if I'm not mistaken, Senator Marcos. So in this case, it is really how that endorsement will translate into votes, and that will depend largely on the machinery, if there is, that the vice president will use to make sure that those that she supports will actually get the votes. Those that
Para
she's
sa'yo.
trying to mobilize.
Tugsahan ka mo ni Miguel. 2 years na ba sa ba niya mo kuhan? Cellphone? Si Miguel ang gunting Si Miguel mo gud na konsensya ako kay uya niya ma-upload sa Google Photos si Jama Picture. 2 years. Nag-iPad ba si Jarakan?
Her numbers are a little bit more stable. She declined marginally from her last survey, less than a percentage point.
Why ini box? Why ini box?
Ha?
Why ba ini box?
Why?
Box?
Jay, box sila yun.
Alliance members saying that an investigation is proper. This would definitely have an impact on her support in areas where the water services are provided by farm water. You've got the government of Bulacan, you've got the local water board of San Jose del Monte terminating the contract with farm water. How many voters are there in that area? Definitely in that area where she might have been generating some support.
S9.
People would think twice whether they will vote for someone who is
So,
associated
para niya
with
ka na
the
via.
family that controls
Mas gamay lamang
the
dyan.
water services that have been quite deficient.
Barato ra ka mo kuno baligya 19,000 ra kay palit ko ini 18. Tawutang ko. So dan ka magpresa ba ko doon para sa ako.
He's been getting the billboards, the advertisements, the strategy being
Ipilit
implemented.
balik, ipilit.
Benner Abalos still
Ipilit
remains
balik.
outside
Ini ba?
the winner's circle, not
Oh, di
even
naman
within
ipilit.
striking distance. As a political scientist, what's your explanation to this?
Well, it's really, to a certain extent, it would be, one would be the
Inangkaw.
messaging that he used earlier on. I remember some people were commenting that the first
Congrats.
message was a little bit, had a negative connotation.
So, hindi ko napalitan ng kuhan keyboard. Mahal ang keyboard nito 2,000.
And then he shifted to
Hindi
being
naman yung
sexual more, and then he shifted to another message. So the message isn't
Hindi, ambagan.
there. But the other thing is that he's competing with people who have been associated with the
Dari.
institution who are more popular than he is. He only served as SILG for a period of less than 3 years. He was involved in a little bit of controversy when he went to, I think that was
Type C naman ko doon.
to pick up Alice Go. But he's still within striking distance. And to me, the question for former Secretary
Kamu
Abalos
tablet ni
is
Miguel.
whether the administration
Taas.
machinery
Yan pa na set up.
help
Yan pa.
him
Sit up for ka, no?
get into the Magic 12. He's
Balik.
in a position that is similar to the election Senator Francis Tolentino in 2019. Tolentino was in the same position in a pre-election poll we conducted
Tagutang ko sila ng
in
6 months.
2019. He eventually landed in the Senate, and much of that could be attributed to how the administration assisted in terms of
Magkano yung sa'yo
soliciting
bag?
support for
O sa'yo,
him
ako
so that
lagi
he could
bag.
get into the Magic 12 then. Whether that would be done by the administration for Abalos, for Secretary Abalos, is of course something that we will see if it happens that he gets into the Magic 12 after May 12.
Onto the liberal opposition, Professor Holmes. I mean, it seems to me that survey after survey after survey, it's either one goes off within striking distance,
Yeah, magdilayan ako, may puno na,
goes
doon na ka na.
down, And then it's just, you know,
Ano?
then taking each
Pwede na
other's
ako may puno
phrases
sa iyo
out
dyan ng
of
mga
it,
kuan.
taking,
Busugon ko rin ka muna ng mga gamit.
Of course, we're talking
Ay.
about former senators Bama Aquino and Kiko Pangilinan, Professor.
Kay kuyang mga dud kami ni ako.
Not so much
Kaya mo si
taking
Mama
support
Lijo,
from
di
each
ba?
other. What we've seen in the surveys is that they're not generating support in areas that we expect.
Ano
them to
na eh?
generate
Ano
support.
yun? Sige, sige.
What's perplexing for me,
Philippines.
for example, is that in the
English
region,
Philippines.
Kiko Pangilinan, who ran in tandem with Lenny Robredo in 2022, is not among those in the top 6. Bam Aquino is doing better in Bicol, but he's not generating higher numbers than those who are with the Alianza. So, in that sense, people were saying that they might be able to draw support from what is referred to as a pink lawans that count to about, 15 million. But we're not seeing that. We have not seen that in the surveys.
Gamit
The
ko na po
numbers
nito.
of Bam Aquino have been a bit more stable. No? He marginally declined from our March survey. It was Kiko Pangilinan that saw a significant drop in his support by more than 7 points. And for that matter, as a result of that, he has even the rank has declined. He's now tied from 7 to 19. So it's going to be a pretty difficult climb. Definitely, as I said, with this kind